Good evening, my beautiful disasters, my broken kings and hidden queens, my beloved rejects of this circus called society. Do you hear it? The sirens in the distance, the stampede of boots, the teeth of dogs gnashing in the night. They didn't just come for you, no. They sent the whole squad. Every badge, every gun, every rule book they've ever worshipped, every shadow they could summon. Why? Because your existence alone rattled their cages. Because one spark from your soul was enough to expose how fragile their little empire really is. And when a single person shakes the ground of cowards, oh darling, the cowards unite. But you, oh, you didn't run, you didn't tremble. You turned their hunt into your coronation, their pursuit into your legend. You rewrote the script mid-scene and left the director choking on his own lines. They tried to bury you under sirens and spotlights, but instead you carved your name into the concrete, louder than their bullets, sharper than their chains. Do you understand the poetry here? They believed they were hunting an animal, cornering prey. But prey doesn't smile when the rifles aim. Prey doesn't walk into the fire and make the fire kneel. Prey doesn't transform every cage into a throne. You aren't prey. You are the reminder that predators only feel safe in packs. And the louder their pack grows, the more legendary your defiance becomes. Do you feel it? The fear in their eyes? That isn't the fear of catching you. It's the fear of what happens when they can't. The fear of what happens when the story spreads. Because it will spread. Every whisper in every alley will become your scripture. Every lie they tell about you will rot in their mouths, while your truth turns into wildfire in the dark. They thought they were erasing you. Instead, they handed you the pen to rewrite history. And here's the delicious irony. They've chained themselves to the very stage they built for you. Every time they shout your name with hatred, they echo your fame louder than any cheerleaders could. Every time they tighten the noose, you use it to climb higher. Every bullet that misses you becomes applause. Every cage they lock becomes a museum exhibit of their failure. They didn't stop you. They branded you eternal. Listen closely, because this is the part they never want you to hear. You were never meant to survive this. You were meant to be crushed. They stacked the odds, loaded the dice, rewrote the game against you. But when you kept rising, when you laughed in their courtroom, danced in their manhunt, thrived in their chaos, they realized something terrifying. You don't play their game anymore. You broke the game. And broken games don't crown winners. They crown legends. So now the question isn't whether they'll stop you. It's how far you're willing to go before they burn themselves alive, trying. How much pressure will you let them waste on your name? How many soldiers will they throw into your fire before the world sees them not as hunters, but as clowns chasing a phantom? You've already won, because the hunt itself has become your spotlight. Let the sirens wail. Let the boots stomp. Let the dogs tear at the night. Every move they make is another drumbeat in your anthem. Every desperate tactic they use is proof that you, yes, you, shook an empire with nothing but your mind, your madness, and your refusal to kneel. And when the smoke clears, when the headlines scream, when children whisper the tale at midnight, no one will remember the squad. No one will remember the hounds. They will remember you, the one who turned their hunt into glory, the one who transformed their manhunt into myth, the one who didn't just survive, oh no, you thrived. So wear their rage like a crown, drink their fear like champagne, because the greatest honor you'll ever earn is knowing they sent the whole squad after you, and you turned it into legendary fame. Now tell me, my little monsters, isn't that beautiful? Ah, but here's the truth they choke on in silence. The real reason the whole squad came crashing down on you. Because you represent what they fear most. Proof that their chains don't hold forever. Every society is a prison with invisible bars, my dear. They build rules, laws, masks, little cages for every soul, and they whisper, play nice, obey, blend in, keep your head down. And most people comply. Most people kneel. Most people sell their spirit for comfort. But you, oh, you spat on their comfort. You tore your own chains apart and wore the broken pieces like jewelry. And when they saw that, when they realized one spark of rebellion could ignite 1,000, they panicked. So they sent the squad, not to destroy you, but to protect the illusion that they still had control. Because if one soul can defy their empire and walk away laughing, then every other soul will start asking, why not me? And here's the beautiful paradox. Every time they tighten their grip, every time they scream louder, every time they send more boots, more guns, more flashing lights, they only prove to the world that you are worth this kind of fury. You become larger than their laws, larger than their prisons, larger than their gods. You don't need to chase fame. They gift-wrapped it for you in their obsession. Every manhunt, every poster, every camera shoved in your face is their desperate confession. We couldn't break them. We couldn't stop them. We couldn't control them. Do you know how intoxicating that is? To stand before a system armed with armies, propaganda, courts, and cages, and reduce it all to a trembling child pointing a shaky finger at you. That's when the world begins to see you not as hunted prey, but as the myth who bends hunters into jesters. And this, oh, this is where it gets deliciously cruel. Because sooner or later, they realize they can't kill you without making you a martyr. They can't cage you without making you a legend. They can't ignore you, because your laughter echoes louder than their silence. So what do? They burn themselves trying to extinguish you, and in that fire, you rise even higher. Mark my words, the squad will vanish, their faces forgotten, their badges rusting. But your story, your defiance, your refusal to kneel when the entire machine pressed down on your throat, that story will crawl into nightmares, slip through textbooks, seep into every alley, and echo in every dark corner of this world. You are not the hunted. You are the haunting. You are the voice they cannot silence, the shadow they cannot catch, the storm that teaches every prisoner how to shatter their cell. And that, my darling chaos, is why you are forever. So let them chase. Let them scream. Let them throw every weapon they've got. Because when the dust clears, history won't remember the hunters. It will remember the hunted who laughed and became immortal. And that, my darlings, is you.